Hi guys, this is Dr. Rajeshwar from YR Pharma Tube. In the last few lectures, we described the chemical reactions of fats and oils which give valuable information about the chemical nature of fatty acids and the number of hydroxyl groups present in the fat molecule. Such chemical determinations involve various analytical tests. These are called analytical constants of fats and oils. In this lecture, we discuss about such analytical constants to determine the fat or oil. Objectives of the lecture. After this lecture, you will learn the various analytical constants of the fats or oils, their definitions, the experimental principle and their significance. The different types of analytical constants include acid value, saponification number, iodine value, acetyl number, Polinsky number and Richert-Missel number. Introduction. Since fats and oils are obtained from natural sources, their purity and composition is variable. They may contain free fatty acids produced by hydrolysis during storage and non-fatty impurities. Also, the suitability of a fat or oil as raw material for the manufacture of soaps, synthetic detergents, paints, etc. depends on the carbon chain length and the degree of unsaturation of the acid components in the constituent glycerides. A number of physical and chemical tests have been devised to evaluate a given fat or oil. The usual physical constants that are determined are melting point, specific gravity and refractive index. The structure of glycerides has also been studied by using the modern physical methods such as X-ray analysis, absorption spectrometry, mass spectrometry and NMR spectra. NMR spectra has been particularly used to detect isolated or multiple double bonds in unsaturated fatty acid chains. The fat is subjected to many analytical tests. Some of the important of these analytical tests are described here and they include acid value, saponification number, iodine value, acetyl number, Polinsky number and Richert-Missel number. Coming to acid value. Acid value is defined as the number of milligrams of potassium hydroxide required to neutralize the free fatty acids present in 1 gram of the fat or oil. It is determined by dissolving an accurately weighed quantity of the fat in alcohol, that is in ethanol, in the conical flask. Shake to dissolve the fatty acids which are present in the fat. The fat or oil itself is usually insoluble. Heat is not necessary except for solid fats, for which it is essential to ensure complete extraction of the free fatty acids. Cool to room temperature before commencing the titration and continue the titration against standard alkali solution, that is potassium hydroxide, from the burette using phenolphthalein as an indicator until pink color persists for 15 seconds. The significance of acid value. The acid number thus tells the quantity of free fatty acid present in the fat. The amount of free acid present in most of the fixed oils is generally low and the acid value is used to eliminate low grade and rancid oils which tend to have higher acid values. The acid number of a fat can give the extent of rancidity in a stored sample. A high acid value would be expected in a rancid fat, thus the acid number indicates the degree of rancidity of the given fat. Obviously, a fat which has been both processed and stored properly has a very low acid number. Coming to saponification number. As already discussed in the previous lectures, saponification is a term specifically applied to the hydrolysis of an ester when the reaction is carried out in alkaline solution. It is defined as the number of milligrams of potassium hydroxide required to saponify or neutralize the free and combined fatty acids resulting from the complete hydrolysis of 1 gram of the fat or oil. The amount of alkali needed to saponify a given quantity of fat will depend upon the number of carboxylic groups present. Thus, fats containing short chain fatty acids will have more carboxyl groups per gram than long chain fatty acids, and this will take up more alkali and hence will have higher saponification number. Since there are 3 ester bonds in the molecule to hydrolyze, 3 equivalents of potassium hydroxide are needed to saponify 1 molecular weight of any fat or oil. The equation depicting the saponification and sample calculation illustrates how saponification value could be determined. Here, 836 grams of the fat require 168,000 milligrams potassium hydroxide for saponification. Therefore, 1 gram of fat will require 168,000 per 836 milligrams of potassium hydroxide. Hence, saponification number of glyceryl tripalmitate is 168,000 milligrams of potassium hydroxide per 836 grams of fat, that is equal to 208. If m be the molecular weight of the fat, the saponification number is equal to 168,000 by m. Since the saponification value of a given fat can be determined experimentally, the average molecular weight of the fat can be found. The saponification number of a given sample of fat or oil is determined experimentally as by taking an accurately weighed quantity of the fat is reflexed with excess of standard ethanolic potassium hydroxide solution and then titrating the unused alkali against a standard acid solution. As the average molecular weight of the fat depends on the average length of the carbon chain of the fatty acid components, the saponification number also gives an indication of the average length of the carbon chain in the glycerides under examination. Also, it gives an estimate of non-fatty impurities if present in the fat. Further, it tells the amount of alkali which would be actually required by a fat sample for its conversion to soap. For example, butter containing a larger proportion of short chain fatty acids such as butyric acid and caproic acids has relatively high saponification number from 220 to 230. The other example, oleomargarine with more long chain fatty acids has a saponification number of 195 or less. The next one is iodine number. The extent of unsaturation in a fat or oil is expressed in terms of its iodine number. The iodine number is defined as the number of grams of iodine absorbed or taken up by 100 grams of fat. The equation given here illustrates the definition of iodine number. This equation tells that 6 into 126.9 is equal to 761.4 grams of iodine will add to 884 grams of triolin. The number of grams of iodine that will add to 100 grams of triolin will be 761.4 into 100 by 884. Therefore, iodine number of triolin is equal to 761.4 into 100 by 884, that equals to 86. Obviously, the value of iodine number depends on the number of double bonds present in the acid component of the glycerides. Thus, it is an index of the degree of unsaturation and is directly proportional to the content of unsaturated fatty acids. The iodine number of tripalmitin with no double bonds would be 0. Iodine number of a fat or oil can be experimentally determined by Hull's method. A weighed amount of the fat or oil dissolved in carbon tetrachloride is allowed to react with a solution of iodine and mercury chloride as a catalyst in ethanol. The unreacted iodine is titrated against standard thiosulfate solution, and by difference, the amount of iodine consumed by the weight of fat or oil taken calculated. In another method, that is known as Witt's method, the molecular iodine has been replaced by the more reactive iodine monochloride, that is ICl, the rest of the procedure remaining the same as per Hull's method. Significance of iodine number. A high iodine number indicates that the glycerides contain a large number of double bonds, while a low iodine number implies the presence of a few double bonds. Higher the iodine number, higher is the degree of unsaturation. That is, iodine number of butter is 28 and that of sunflower oil is 130. Thus, iodine number is a measure of the degree of unsaturation of the fatty acids in a fat. The more the iodine number, the greater the degree of unsaturation. The determination of iodine number is helpful in determining the quality of an oil or its freedom from adulteration. For example, iodine number of cottonseed oil varies from 103 to 111, that of olive oil from 79 to 88, and that of linseed oil from 175 to 202. A commercial lot of olive oil which has an iodine number higher than 88 might have been adulterated with cottonseed oil. Again, a batch of linseed oil with iodine number lower than 175 might have also been adulterated with the cottonseed oil. Oils like soybean, corn and cottonseed have higher iodine numbers, that is 133, 127 and 109 respectively, than the solid fats such as beef fat or tallow, which has a value of 42, because the former possess more unsaturated fatty acids in the fat molecule. However, the iodine number gives no indication as to the number of double bonds present in the fatty acid molecule. The iodine numbers and the saponification numbers of a few common oils and fats are given in this table. Moving on to the other constant, acetyl number. Some of the fatty acid residues in fats contain hydroxyl groups. In order to determine the proportion of these, they are acetylated by means of acetic anhydride. Thus, an acetyl group is introduced wherever a free hydroxyl group is present. After washing out the excess acetic anhydride and acetic acid liberated, the acetylated fat can be dried and weighed, and the acetic acid in combination determined by titration with the standard alkali after it has been set free. The acetyl number is thus the number of milligrams of potassium hydroxide required to neutralize the acetic acid obtained by saponification of 1 gram of fat after it has been acetylated, which means the treatment of fat or fatty acid mixture with acetic anhydride results in acetylation of all alcoholic hydroxyl groups. Simply, the acetyl number is a measure of the number of hydroxyl groups present. Acetyl numbers of some oils have been given in this table. Castor oil possesses acetyl number ranging from 146 to 150. Cod liver oil has 1.1, cottonseed oil has a range of 21 to 25, and olive oil possesses an acetyl number of 10.5. The acetyl number is thus a measure of the number of hydroxyl groups in the fat. For example, the castor oil has a high acetyl number, that is 146, because of high content of a hydroxy acid, that is ricinoleic acid, in it. It can be used to detect adulteration. The next one is Polinsky number. It is the number of milliliters of 0.1 normal potassium hydroxide which is required to neutralize the insoluble fatty acids, that is, those which are not volatile with steam distillation, obtained from 5 grams of fat. And the last constant is Richet-Missel number. The amount of free water soluble volatile fatty acids, butyric acid which possesses carbons 4 to capric acid which possesses carbons 10 present in a fat or oil is expressed in terms of Richet-Missel number, and which in short known as RM number. It is defined as the number of milliliters of 0.1 normal potassium hydroxide required to neutralize 5 grams of fat. It is determined by treating a known weight of it with the ethanolic alkali solution and distilling the volatile acids. These are titrated against 0.1 molar potassium hydroxide solution and Richet-Missel number calculated. The Richet-Missel number measures the amount of volatile soluble fatty acids, Thus, it measures the quantity of short chain fatty acids up to C10 in the fat molecule. The RM number of coconut and palm oil range between 5 and 8. Butter fat is the only fat in having a high RM number ranging from 17 to 35. This high value makes possible the detection of any foreign fats which are sometimes adulterated in the manufacture of butter. These are the references from which this lecture is prepared. That's all about analytical constants of fats and oils. With this, we have completed the topic of fats and oils. We discuss a new topic in the next lecture. Till then, never stop learning and never stop watching my videos. Thank you for watching this video.